Hey, Mama.
Hey, baby.
How you doing tonight?
Doing fine. How you doing?
Doing good. We're going to get right into it. All right, first thing, guys, let me just tell you, we're having a thunderstorm here in Alabama, so if you hear noise in the background, that's what it's about. All right. Okay, Mama. And let's see, you're 102, and you'll be 103 the end of next month, right?
Right.
Okay. So tonight we're going to talk about life before electricity, right?
Right.
Okay, what was that like, life before electricity?
It really wasn't good, but we endured. We had lamps and things, you know.
You had lamps and things?
Lamps.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And we had to put a lamp in each one of the room what we could see.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And so, in the daytime, you might say open a curtain or whatever, and
that's right.
But at nighttime, you had to have a light source.
Right.
Okay. And you mentioned that you used lamps, right?
Right.
Okay. So we've got some here to show them, right?
Right.
All right. So what are these right here that's in front of you?
Them were lamps that we use.
What did they burn off of? What fuel?
They burned kerosene. We put kerosene in each one of them lamps.
Okay, kerosene.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in...
And then when you light them, the blaze come up in each one of them.
Right. Okay, so you got a little wick, and this one I think this is the one we lit last year in February, guys. Mm-hmm. And because we hadn't lit one in years, and if you want to see that video, you can just scroll down in our collection of videos and see the kerosene heaters. Okay, so they burnt off kerosene, and you was telling me that if you had schoolwork, y'all did what?
We sit one on the table, and they get to the table there by the lamp and work on the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So did you guys make sure that you never ran out of kerosene?
And that's right. We go to the store, we get a gallon of kerosene, either 2 gallons.
Mm-hmm.
And so we check the lamps every night, every day, and see is it low. Mm-hmm. And if it's low, we add some more kerosene in it.
Mm-hmm. About how long would a gallon of kerosene last?
Well, depend. We just burn our lamps at night.
Okay.
And it'll last a good little bit because we didn't stay up real late.
Because you had to get up early to work, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's something I wouldn't even have thought about, is that you would have went to bed early because you had to get up early, and also you would not have burnt these in the daytime.
That's right.
Just at night as it started to get dark.
Right.
Right. Okay. And then let's see here. Because you were also, but at that time, at first, we talked about that you, especially when you married Daddy, y'all just had a fireplace.
Right.
And then later on, you had a wood heater.
Right.
And a wood stove. Okay. And so your heat came from a wood fireplace or a wood stove.
Right.
But the light came from these kerosene type heaters.
Right.
Or lanterns. Right. Okay. All right. And as you can see, guys, they've got the flutes on them, and some of them are decorative. And then, like I said, they still work. And I think back then, kerosene was really more available. Right. I mean, almost every gas station or place you went to had it because it was real common.
Because we had to use it.
You had to use it.
Yeah.
Sort of like coal, too. I remember later on, I know we used mostly wood. We burned mostly wood. Uh-huh. But I do remember from time to time us getting loads of coal.
Right.
That came in. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Okay.
And when we put in the heater, and that makes the heater, it's really be hot. Mm-hmm. If you put too much in it, it'd be red. We had to turn it down.
Yeah, I remember that too. The heater getting too hot and the sides getting real red. You have to let it cool down a little bit.
Right.
All right. And so tonight we're talking about life before electricity. Uh-huh. And what that means, because today everything is ran by electricity, right?
Right.
Okay. And so I think it's fitting that we are in, like right now, we got thunderstorm warnings on the television.
Right.
There's thunder in the background, and we, like I said, we live in the state of Alabama, so that's a pretty frequent thing. Is for us to have thunderstorms. We have tornado warnings. So we have a lot of weather changes.
Right.
So from time to time, we lose power, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, and so now, show them what we use now.
We using kerosene heaters.
No, that's what we used to use. Pick up the ones that behind there that we use now.
Oh, this is what we using now.
Right. And so we use these, and they're battery operated.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's another one, a bigger one. And so we have those standing by
Right. Now.
right now. We have those standing by. But if we were to go back, 70, 80 years, 90 years ago, okay, you guys would have relied on your kerosene lanterns, and so, like I said, so that gives us more of a reason to be grateful
Right.
for electricity, because our television runs off of it, our electric stove runs off of it,
Yeah.
even with our cell phones, right, computers,
Everything.
almost everything is running off electricity. So we've become very dependent on it, but we are so grateful that we still have our kerosene lanterns. If say the power goes out, or
We
the
have a light.
battery goes out on the battery operated items, then we have a backup method, right, Mama?
Right.
Okay. And you were gonna say something else?
And then we had another. These goes in the house, and then we used to have a lantern, and they have kerosene in it, and they be outside with it, and they would take that kerosene, take that lantern, and they even down go through the woods and hunt possum at night, and catch possums and things at night and bring them back.
You know what? I never even thought about that, because back then you didn't have flashlights.
Right.
So you had a lantern, a different type,
Right.
that you carried even through the woods, or if you were traveling at nighttime.
Yeah, it's had the lamps like this inside the lantern.
But did they have like a little handle?
Yeah, they have a handle which you have to tote with.
Okay. Yeah, so I never even thought about that. But guys, the only time we think about electricity really is when we don't have it.
That's right.
That's when you think about electricity, is that when the power goes off for a few, for a couple of hours, so, I'm getting ready to do this. And oh, that's right, I can't do that. Or I can't do this, I can't do that. Or even say if you're wanting to read a book, a lot of us, we had it on our tablets, so if we're not charged up, we don't have a backup battery, and that power goes out, then we sort of need to resort back to a hard copy. So, but that's our reflection for tonight, is thinking about life before electricity.
Right.
What that was like. Yeah. Any more thoughts, Mama, on that?
Well, it's just something to think about. And then when the light go out and everything, we just get somewhere, sit down in a quiet place, just sit down and wait till the Lord send us our light back.
Right, that's right. And we be praying, especially in the summertime when it's hot, and if the air is out and you're in Alabama and the heat is sweltering, I tell you what, if you don't have a generator, a backup generator or something like that, it can be downright miserable. And, I think about you guys, because you didn't have electricity.
Right.
And you use these kerosene lanterns.
Uh-huh.
What was the heat like back then? Because you didn't have electrical, air conditioners. What did you use? Just
Well, I'll tell you what, during them, we weren't as scared as we scared now with a lot of things. We would hide our windows and sleep with our windows up and everything. And then the cool air would come in there. And then we take a box and then we'll cut us a fan out of that. We be laying up in the bed fanning with a paper box. And everything.
right. I I actually remember, like before we had, central heating air, is that sometimes you would go to bed with a church fan or whatever you could find to be fanning with.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, life was simpler and life was a lot less scary and safer
Right.
that you could go to bed with your window up.
Right.
And so today that's not something that none of us would want to do. And I know even with me, did you guys have screens on your window at that time?
Yeah, we had screens.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have to have a screen because I'd be so scared a snake or something would come through the window. Yeah, more so than a person.
I scared an animal, anything could come in there, a bird could fly in there, anything.
Yeah. But back then, I mean, it was a situation of life and death. You had to have those windows open because there was no electricity, and you had to have air to survive.
Yeah, right.
All right. Okay, guys, so we're going to end it right here, but this is your moment in our history of what life was like before electricity.
Right.
All right. And so that's it for tonight, and we say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.